Nothing better than a Sunday and a 40, right? Cheers right here, baby. That's what it's come to. Shelby and I came to the old school. She got her 40. Don't you worry about it. I'm sharing. She got a 40. I got a 40. We're rolling it tonight, baby. This is old school. So this weekend, we just got into a bunch of Beastie Boys stuff. And I got to tell you, man, we're kicking it old school. Yeah, right now, baby. Mike D, Paul H in the house. Here we go. Are you ready for this? Come on. Let's go. Blue Monkey Quarantina. Only business. Monkey business. Funky monkey business tonight. 40's in the house. All right. Yeah, so, we did this thing. So, Beastie Boys. Yeah, I'm going old school right here, baby. And I freaking love the Beastie Boys since, true story, high school. Graduated in 89. And in about 87, 88, I am still riding the bus. Yeah, not the short bus. Thank you. I can understand why you would think that. And we were allowed to bring music on the bus. Shirley was our bus driver. And by God, Shirley did not like a lot of guys on that bus. And but she liked me. And what I had was the License to Ill cassette tape. And I would bring it on the bus. And I'd say, Shirley, can we play this? And most of the guys hated it. And that made her happy. So Shirley and I became very good friends and Beastie Boy fans all at the same time. And we played that shit all the time. So Shelby and I just, not too long ago, got the book. Great read, but it's thick. Another option you have, the movie. There's a documentary, Beastie Boy Story. Freaking lays it out. You got Mike D, Ad Rock, talking about the history, walking through all their songs. Of course, MCA, too soon departed. But anyway, went through all of it. And, they talked a lot about that 1986 License to Ill CD album. Look at me saying CD. Who am I? And, but, that was the bomb. I mean, you had Fight for Your Right. You had Girls. You had No Sleep Till Brooklyn. Hold It Now. Hit it. Yeah. And then, of course, Brass Monkey. Yeah, that funky monkey. And it hit me, and I said, that's our cocktail. We're doing the Brass Monkey. Because a lot of people don't know the history of that drink. Now, I'm drinking a 40 because we got to get this out of the way. During the late 80s. So the album comes out in 86. By the way, License to Ill was the first album, clarify, first rap album to ever go #1. Yeah, leave it to 3 white dudes from Brooklyn to get the first rap album to ever hit #1. They did it. So anyway, Brass Monkey becomes a bit of a cult following. And so let's talk about the drink. I'm drinking a 40. Now, there's a lot of people, and in the lyrics in the song, I talk about a 40. And there are people that believe that the Brass Monkey, and we're going to do it right now, you take a 40, we were in Milwaukee. Now, if you really want to be traditional, you'd probably go with the
that's ice.
Old English, right? You go with an Old English malt liquor bottle, and you would drink it down to the curve or to the label, which I've been working on. Then you get yourself some OJ.
You should mention how difficult it is to find a 40 right now.
Can I tell you this? We went to about 8 gas stations in the local area.
And on the west side, no
west
less.
side.
Price so
I really thought I would have no trouble. I thought I could go right down the street.
have a wide selection.
Oh, I thought it would be wide open. The 40 ounce is not easy to find. It took us 7 places to go. Still couldn't get the classic bottle. Wanted some Old English. Probably know where to go to get it. Not enough time. So we went with a little Milwaukee, but any 40 ounce will do. Drink it down to the label. Take your OJ, and then top it off There it is. And that, a lot of people, because again, in the lyrics, they talk about, the Beastie Boys, they talk about a 40. So a lot of people thought that the Beer Mosa was the actual Brass Monkey. It is delicious. If I didn't have to clean it up, I'd pour a little out for MCA. One for MCA, but I'm not going to do that. So here's the thing. A lot of people thought that was the cocktail, that the Brass Monkey was this 40-ounce beer, drink it down, top it off with OJ, and you can pull it up. You'll see that that's what a lot of people think. Here's the beauty of it. Mike D was in an interview. And in the interview, he said, no, we didn't drink that. There's a real Brass Monkey cocktail. That's what we were drinking back in the day. And it's true. The Brass Monkey, actually in 1984, Mike D actually shares a little bit of the story. They were sitting around working on some songs, and they were with a couple other rappers, and all of a sudden this bottle comes around, and he takes a swig, and out loud he says, oh man, what is that shit? It is good. He said, you've never had that? And they're like, no. He's like, yeah, that's Brass Monkey. That's what they drink. It was a cocktail. Now, here's the thing. Let's talk about the real Brass Monkey cocktail. Because I'll tell you what, folks. Let's get out the good stuff. This, my friends, actually has some history. Yeah, 1942. All right? So get this. 1942, we're going to an island off the coast of China. The bar on this island is called the Brass Monkey. Now, it's called the Brass Monkey. Nobody knows what came first. There is a Brass Monkey in the bar, and they're also known for the drink, the Brass Monkey. But here's the deep history. You ready for this? It's 42. This is World War II. And this is a safe haven right now. And the Allies are using this bar, the Axis, believe, to smuggle in like military and arms and weapons, right? But they don't know how. So but they know it's happening. So Japan, they are trying to do this undercover reconnaissance and figure out how are they doing it. And they know there's a contact, but they don't know who or how it's happening. Well, what they figure out finally is that it's actually laid out right in the coasters. Now, okay, this coaster is a little larger than the actual ones, but this is a replica of the coaster from the Brass Monkey. How did it work? So they noticed people at the bar like scribbling on these coasters, and then all of a sudden they're whisked away. Well, here's what they find out. They figure out what's going on and who's in charge. The coaster actually had the name of the undercover person in charge. If you cross out, you ready for this? Can you get this on camera? If you get rid of the T, and if you get rid of the B, and then you get rid of the S, then we get rid of the M, O, N, and the Y. So people knew this, and you ended up with a name. The initials H-E-R-A-N, I got rid of the N, I didn't mean to, Rank. H-E Rank, R-A-N-K-E. It was a man's name buried in a drink, and H-E Rank was the organizer of this underground military arms trade, and he was the one smuggling in all the weapons. Yeah, they ended up shutting down the bar. They shut everything down. Obviously, the drink survived. That's the history. I mean, this is some crazy stuff. Here's the best part. It's all made up. Yeah, it's a great story, but it didn't happen. That is a story that was made up by Hublin Cocktails. So back in the 70s, Hublin Cocktails made up this fantastic story that I just shared with you, printed it, published it, put it out there for everybody, just to sell a new cocktail that they made. So Hublin Cocktails, This company is from 1875. This part is absolutely, well, what I just told you is true. That was a true story. Good Lord, that beer. Oh my God. Oh my God, Brass Monkey. So anyway, that was a true promo. It was an ad they put out. They ran it back in the 70s. But Hubline cocktails, they were created in Hartford, Connecticut in 1875. They were the first company to actually start producing pre-made canned cocktails. Yeah, in 1875, they actually were requested to make pre-made Manhattans and martinis and can them and save them. And they did it for years. This company was huge. So they had a line of about 20 canned cocktails. And some of these cocktails, like in the 70s, they literally looked like they were in a Campbell soup can. I mean, the can opener, pour them out. They had a label on them. Fantastic stuff. That's what the Beastie Boys were drinking. Because eventually, Hubline cocktails, they had little bottles, they made them, and they shipped them out. But it's a true cocktail, and it was it. They drank it, they loved it. Now I'm going to show you how to make a real one, because it is a legit drink. We have a question.
Not a question, but I would like to say happy birthday, Mike Miller.
Yes, Mike Miller, happy birthday. He's at age. He probably would have been a Beastie Boys fan. I would hope so. All right, so how do you make this drink? So it's actually not a bad cocktail. Here's how you do it. All right. All it is OJ. It's not that OJ, and it's not beer. Hold it now. Drink it. Here it is. Vodka. 1 ounce of vodka.
So were those canned cocktails like the precursor of?
Yeah. Oh, so they were, in fact, Hubline got big. And in 1970, Hubline Cocktails actually owned Kentucky Fried Chicken. They were huge. It was a publicly traded company. They were big. They actually also owned all the rights to Smirnoff vodka at one point in time. So, yeah, they were...
Were they like coolers, the first coolers?
Probably 1875. I got to think they were. They were the precursor to basically Seagram's, those Bartles and James. I mean, all right, 1 ounce vodka. Oh, God. I'm hoping vodka eventually comes out of this. What the?
Uh-oh.
Are you kidding me?
Have we... I mean,
I
was like, I know we've been drinking a lot
I
of
don't want to say anything, but if you look at the top of
that's
this...
really hard to see.
You can't even... I'm like...
I was like, have we had that many dirty martinis lately?
We didn't. We've had a few. I mean, you can tell by the excitement. All right, 1 ounce. And one for Shelby. Then you're coming in with dark rum. I'm going to go with the Myers. Another ounce. Whoa. Easy. That one comes out a little easier. All right. So rum and rum. And then OJ. Now, we're not using that stuff for this drink. So in the 80s, 70s, 80s, a lot of drinks fell apart because of all this pre-manufactured stuff. This is actually a decent cocktail if you use fresh juice. And that's what we're doing. So we're going to take our little orange. We're going to cut a little off for a little garnish on the side. And you're going to want about, I'm going to say 2.5, maybe 3 ounces per. I've already got 4. I didn't want you guys to watch me do this all night long. All night long. That's Lionel Richie. It's totally different. There's no cocktail for Lionel.
I'm sure there is somewhere.
There should be. And then we're going to put the other 4. That was about 2. There's the other 4. You're welcome. And then here's the other thing. You know what? If Mike D and Ad Rock would ever sit there and come back and say, you know what, we want to do one more good song. And I would love to see them do an emergency rap, right? I don't know how to go, and I'm not even gonna try. But emergency, you know what? Emergency, not sponsoring the Beastie Boys, not sponsoring us either. And you know what? We're all still good. No one's getting ill with emergency. All right, we'll sprinkle that in there too, and then we're coming in. Go with the mix. Yeah, baby. Right here. That's it. Now, I will tell you, some people will put Galliano on top of this as a float. That is not the true recipe. That's not the original. If you want to go ahead and do it, have fun. You're not going to hurt my feelings. But a little OJ dark rum vodka. That, my friends, is the Brass Monkey. That very funky monkey. We're going to garnish it with an orange. There it is. Folks, Brass Monkey, don't do this one. Although it's not bad. Malt liquor would probably be even better. That's your cocktail right there. Beastie Boys, God bless you. Right here. How is it?
Chink.
Oh, that shit's good.
Wait,
Yeah.
I gotta pause. Mom, he wore that on last Sunday. He's already wore the Bill Murray shirt, so
Oh,
you missed it.
Mom missed it. Yeah, we had a donation of a shirt. Shelby's mom loved
It was
it.
Christmas
Already
present.
wore it. So right there it is. Yeah, the Quarantine Brass Monkey. Now, let me give you some real history about this drink too. At least the name Brass Monkey. So you may have actually heard this saying that it's so cold outside you could freeze the balls off of a brass monkey. Now, I don't know if you've heard that before, but that's a true saying.
Is it really?
Yeah, and,
It's a
and,
new
and let me tell
favorite,
you where it came from, since we're talking Brass Monkey. So, it's from the Navy, and in the Navy, and this is old school Navy, when they had cannons, and then they would have to stack the cannonballs. Well, the thing is they wanted to get as many cannonballs in one spot so that they could be readily loaded. So they created this pyramid. So they would put 4x4 at the bottom, then 3x3, 2x2, and then one at the top. Pyramid. But they would just roll away. So they had to create a base for it. The base is called a monkey. Now, cannonballs are iron. You can't make an iron base because it would rust and then you wouldn't be able to get them out from one another. So the base was brass. It was a brass monkey.
No.
Funky, chunky. Yeah. Now, here's where it gets fun. If it gets really cold, the problem is this. The brass has a much quicker freezing point, so it would contract cold very quickly, where iron doesn't. So if it got really cold on a ship, the brass monkey would shrink a little bit, and all the balls would fall off. So the cannonballs would roll off. It was so cold, you could freeze the balls off of a brass monkey. Yeah! Boom!
There's your education.
Yeah, that's probably not true either, though. So, unfortunately, that is a very true story that most people say actually isn't really true. So,
Damn, that would've been so
but
funny.
damn it sounds good, and I like it. But there is a nomenclature of a monkey as part of a cannon, so there's some truth there. But you know what? Here's my thing: the brass monkey. That's your friend. I will leave it in the words as close as I can to Mike B. And that's this. Brass monkey. You know what? That funky monkey. You too could be a brass monkey junkie. Go have a funky monkey. Folks, cheers.
Chink.
Love you. Folks, this is a good one, I'm telling you. Yeah! Kick it, boys! Love ya. Good night. See you next Sunday.